Hello and welcome back to the farm. It's late spring and finally our hay has dried out, so we're going to be sorting that out later today between myself and Chris. But at the moment we need to sort out our cows. They're in need of some water and some cleaning out and bits, so we're going to do a couple of runs with this tank, this water tank, and get them sorted. They're all looking healthy and good otherwise. Yeah, it's all good. But first thing in the morning like this, we wanna make sure that they're well watered and well fed. So it's all good. Let's just back this up here, and I'll open up the pump like so. And they'll take most of, if not, in fact, they'll take all of this barrel for now. I'll be back and give them some more a little bit later. But let's have a look at the yogurts. There we go. Doing alright. Looking healthy. Looking good. Hello there, girl. Oh, you're heading off. Right, I think we need to go and check. I think we've probably drained our trailer. Yep, we have. So they look fairly happy and fairly healthy, which is good news. I want to give them some mixed ration, and we're going to try the 6R on it, as we haven't done that yet. It's a bit of a manoeuvring pain, this. There we go. Right, let's reverse out of here. I've got the gate open, and I just want to make sure that it's never easy with the cows in there to turn around. So we tend to try and reverse this out if we can. But again, that in itself isn't overly easy. There we go. We want to go off to the right there, or off to the left if I'm facing forwards. There we go. And before they try and run out, we'll go and close that. And we'll head back and we'll drop this off. We'll go and refill this with some more water. It just makes things easier for me later. And then I'm going to swap over to the 6R. In fact, we'll get this pumping while we wait, while we go and grab the 6R and hook that up. And that will be that job done nicely. And just get them fed. Don't know if we have any TMR in there, but we will. We can always fill it up if we don't. So just put this in here, and again start that pumping. And that will cut off when it gets to the right fullness. In the meantime, I'll run over here and jump in our brand spanking new 6R. And we're going to go and hook this up to the feed trailer. So this was the big reason that we ended up taking the 7740 in for repairs and then replacing it. Was because we weren't able to hook it up to our feed trailer, which is actually down the far end. Because we need, as you've seen, the ramp is not great for us for this, so we needed to sort of get something that we could properly use. And so we have our feed trailer down this end here. Right, and I'll hook this up. There we go. And this is part of the Andersen stuff that we got a little while ago, this feed trailer. We have got 17,000 litres in this. So I'm going to pop round here and just unload it. That will do our cows for today, and then we can start looking at getting the rest of today's stuff in. In fact, we're going to want to get the cleanup in here as well, so we'll get our little skid steer and do that in a minute. But let's get the feeding done, and there we go. That's a nice empty trailer, so we'll go put this back. That should do them for now. Again, I might top that up a little bit later, but at the moment they seem pretty happy. And we'll go and get our skid steer out and get that sorted next. So Chris has arrived, and I've got him started over on the hay over on the field there. He's rowing that up. He'll get nicely ahead of us. And then what we're going to do is I've already got the 7R over with the with our baler. We're going to hook that up and get that sorted. The first thing I want to do is I want to level this up. And then we can get this. There we go. Clean this up nicely. Like so. And put it back in. Oh, no. That's not going to go. We'll have to put this in some storage at the moment. As I said, we do have some space in our storage for this. So we'll go and put this in storage. But that should clean it up. I've got my bucket down too flat. There we go. So a little bit of an issue with this is visibility of the actual bucket and as to whether you're able to pick stuff up. But it's not too bad. So yeah, I'll go and we'll go and put this into a bit of storage, and then I'm gonna go and grab the 7R and hook that up, and we'll be good to go and get started on baling the hay. All right, let's hook up the 7R here and get it hooked up there. No cables to hook, and that's to our good John Deere baler. Start her up. Excellent, and away we go. And this 6R should be able to handle this. I think I've been saying 7R. This 6R should be able to handle this quite nicely. Again, one of the reasons why we grabbed this was to cover that area that the 7740 was doing, and to add some extra horsepower to the farm. So, and 100 extra horsepower, and I think our 7740 pulled this fine. So, that'll be all good. Let me get this going. There we are. I'm going to pull up to here and turn her on, drop her down, and away we go. And then we're just going to run around this field afterwards with the with our pickup, with our Andersen bale stacker, and come and collect all these, which will be good. And we'll get them all off the field today, which will be great. And you can see our other tractor is running over there, with Chris doing a great job of getting everything rowed up and looking good. And these two fields, at some point I need to get this all ploughed up and merged into two fields. You can see here we take where the gap between these two fields are. It's just, yeah, it would be much better to maybe at the very least just plough up that gap and replant it, because it is just doesn't quite give us the full yield we want. We're going to get a good yield off here, don't get me wrong. We're going to get a decent number of bales. I don't know how many, but we'll see how we're doing. Yeah, we are getting a few off here, and this should keep us going for a good long while. We've got a lot of hay bales in storage, so anything else we do this year is going to be, is probably going to be good for us to sell. And we do sell hay bales as well as storing them for our own use with the cows, because it is a nice little profitable thing that we're able to do around here. But this is, yeah, I think we're in a position these days where I'm seriously looking at turning this into a new field, a new arable field, and getting more money off it that way. We've got two good grass fields further up that are less able for us to work as arable fields, so we might look at that and just keep a smaller grass field presence on here for us, because yeah, we don't really need it. So I'm coming up to the top of the field now, and I just want to evaluate where we have bales. So that hay bale is out of the way. We've got one up there that is probably going to be in the way. I don't know how far. I have just dropped a bale, I think. Oh, he's coming back. I want to get past him before that causes problems. And it's, yeah, I need to evaluate where they are. I think what we might go and do is get these headland ones picked up. We do have a single grass bale that we need to make sure is on, is at the front of our trailer when we drop things off. But that should be alright. I think mostly we're pretty good for the ends. The ends are fairly clear. And if that's the case, then there'll be no issue with the rowing happening. But it's here, it's a case of us wanting to make sure that Chris has as clear a run and has to dodge as many obstacles as possible, which is always important. We seem pretty clear down this end as well, so that's good news. We have just dropped a bale on the end there. How bad is that? Okay, we haven't, but we are about to, so that's important. And I'm a little bit off my course. There we are. But all in all, that seems to be going well. We have got that bale in the middle there. I wonder if I can, yeah, because unfortunately the front loader's on that, so I can't move those bales easily. And I did miss a bit in the corner before. I think what I might do, because I would guess, yeah, we've dropped another one in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back up to the farm, bring the skid steer across the road quickly, and we'll just get those bales out the way. I don't tend to do a lot of field work with this little skid steer, but it's useful when I don't have the other one available. I think he's actually got past this one, so I think it's actually all right. But I'm just going to move it over here like that, and we can. Well, actually, it's going to be easier if I move these out of my own way. Thinking about it, so we'll just move this out the way, get these off to the side, and then when it comes to me doing the baling, it'll mean I can bale around the rest of the field at leisure and not have to worry too much about it. I can also, while I'm here, just pick this bale off this load of hay here, where I've dropped one, and that means I can get that baled up as well. And just makes things that little bit easier to handle overall. Yeah, you always get, you sometimes get that you need to make little changes like this, just to get bits out the way. So similarly, I'm going to move this one out the way as well. The other way to do this, of course, as I said, is you go and get your collector, your bale collector, and you get these all stacked off the headlands first before you get into the main body of the field. But I'm not too worried about that. I think we're all good. And yeah, we've got one to get out of the way up there. And Chris is on his way back, I can see. So if he's coming back up here, I want to move this one at the edge of the field out of the way. Although again, I think he's already past this point. So yeah, that is not in anyone's way. This one will be in my way, so we'll move this one out to the side, and also see if we can right it, because it won't pick up very easily like this. Yeah, let's just bring this around here, and then there's one bale I want to pick up, and we're going to put it straight into our wrapper, our Andersen wrapper back at the farm. There we go. And that is this one over here. We seem to have picked up a fair amount of pretty wet stuff on the first run, and ended up with a bale that is more grass than hay. So we'll ferment that and get that done. But then we'll be back to the baling. Chris is done rowing up, and he's now back at the yard. He's getting the seeder ready for us to get started on field 21 in a bit. He's actually having to head off for the day. He is only a part-time worker on the farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rest of this field baled up and collect these bales up. Hopefully we'll have enough time for this today to then get that seeding started and get the corn in. Because as I said, we are running out of time to do it. And as I said, I'm also very tempted to get this field ploughed and reseeded with something else. But I think that might be something for later. Maybe something to look at later in the year. I don't think the only thing we'd really be looking at planting at this time of year now is corn. And to be perfectly honest, it's it'd be a lot of corn on the farm, and I'm not looking to produce that much corn this year. So I think we'll continue on with grass on here for now. But it's yeah, there's quite a bit of grass that we have to do with this, and we do have two, as I was saying earlier, two nice big grass fields to work over there. But I'm kind of looking at the farm at the moment and thinking how we can rejig things to make it more profitable and make it work better for us. One way is I'm looking at the extractor that we have, and wondering if maybe we could do silage a little bit better on the farm. Then there may be alternatives that will be that would be better for us, and it's not great for amount of storage and things. So I think we might look at where we go with that. We've had it for a year, and we've only really been trying it out for this year. So it might be the time to return is coming up, and we'll see where we go from there with that, I think. And maybe go back to a slightly different, more useful system to us. Maybe get in a. We have got the space to put in a silage clamp, so it might be beneficiary to us to actually build and expand the farm rather than keep up with this, doing this the way we are at the moment. Turn that off. Back on again. Yeah. And we got a good number of hay bales off here. We've got a good few dry days coming as well, so that's all good too. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going at the moment. Our last row of hay, or coming to the last row of the end of the last row of the hay now, and yeah, we've got a good number of bales off here. Very, very pleased. Nice field full of them. And there we go. Pretty much exactly a full bale's worth. So turn that off, unload my baler. Should do it. Yeah, there we go. And then we can take this back to the farm, and I'm going to hook up our bale collector. So yeah, nice quick nip across. And the bale collector is... Where did I leave that? Oh, I left that down the other end. Okay, so that's all good. Looks like Chris is setting us up with the tractor. He's beavering away in the cab there of the 7R. Trying to set all of our planting settings up for the maize. So we may not get that done today by the looks of things. It does take modern computers and tractor can take a little while to sometimes get those settings right for the first time you're doing stuff. So it's, yeah. And we want the bale stacker, which is over here, so that we can get these stacked. Let's reverse this up. Get the Andersen, and perfect. There we go. And hooked up, and all good. Right. Ideally, I'd like to head out that entrance there, but I don't think we can. So we will head out the top entrance here and get stacking. So this Andersen bale stacker, this takes 14 bales a time. We have 26 bales created today, so it's going to be 2 trips around this field. We've already collected 9 so far. Just trying to get straight enough on some of these bales that we just get it into the collector can be fun. Like so. We'll go grab this end one, and that will allow us to turn around and slides that into there nicely. I do love the madness of the stacker on this. It is really complicated. I love how it picks it up. Works great for doing silage bales. I've seen people use this for silage bales as well. And because it's clamping it and turning it, it doesn't. There's no actual sliding that happens. So as a result, it very easily picks up silage bales and is a great piece of kit for that. There we go. And you see, just slides in, clamps it, places it on top. 2 more bales, and we'll go and tip this out. So, there. Let's see if I can get straight enough onto this one as well. Let my robot arm come down. Yeah, there we go. And then we've just got the rest of this field to collect up. So I'm going to fold that in and take this up. But yeah, 26 bales. That is a good number of bales off here today. Will keep us going for a good while, especially with what we already have in storage. I'm hoping I have not left my little skid steer in the way. No, we seem to be okay. It's always fun getting all of this into this shed. We have, so we've got 2 stacks of hay bales here already. And I want to get it into here with these. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is we will use, I'm going to just dump these in the yard. We're not expecting any rain anytime soon. Just dump these in the yard off to the side, and then I'll restack them in the shed. Because otherwise we don't get them quite so close together. It's getting them somewhere where they're going to be out of the way, yet still easily accessible by our little skid steer, which would be here. Right. We're not using either of those trailers at any time soon. And so just plonking them here will do us very well for what we're trying to achieve. Like so. And then we'll just take them 2 by 2 and get them in there, because we have getting them in there with this, with as close as we want to stack them, does not work well. So you do not have an happy outcome trying to do that. So we're gonna just leave that stack there and go and pick up the rest, which pretty much covers our work on the farm today. It's 4 in the afternoon. Chris is gonna get the cedar sorted out for us for next time, so we'll be doing this field here and field 19 and getting those 2 done with some maize and some corn in, while we still have time to get that seeded. But for now, from me, I think that is where I'm going to leave this vlog. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.